Well, it looks for all the world like Syracuse and Colorado are going to do this joint practice that could be a competitive spring game, and I'm excited about it. We need to talk about it. What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching the #1 college football show, welcome. Thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year-round, so if that's something you're into, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and then answer the question in a comment below. Are you excited about the prospect of Syracuse going to Boulder to practice against Deion Sanders' Colorado Buffaloes? Because I sure as hell am. And this escalated quite quickly. As a matter of fact, I had a column go up on Friday about this game, or what could be this game, how we might get a new tradition out of this, and why this is really a perfect storm that is happening in real time. Monday, Deion Sanders got to the lectern, media availability for the spring football calendar, and he said, look, I would like to play a competitive opponent and have a competitive game for the spring. I think this is a good idea for us. I think it's a good idea for whomever would want to take us on. And then we started to talk about it. It's like, oh, this might be a good idea. Some of y'all have seen episodes of Hard Knocks where those things do kind of end in fights more often than not. Inter-squad scrimmages go that way. It's been something that we've done in the past, even at the high school level. One of my favorite examples of this is in Tulsa, we have All City. It's where Tulsa public school teams go to one field and we scrimmage against each other in the preseason. It's a whole lot of fun. I do not mind reminding anybody that I was sticking it to anybody that was wearing McLean, anybody who was wearing Hale, and damn sure anybody was wearing Edison. Can't stand y'all, dog. But then you got Booker T in there, you got Central in there, you got East Central in there, you got, my goodness, dog. We could be going on for some time here. Look, I didn't think that it would be as quick as it was, but mere hours after Prime threw out, hey, we would like to play someone for the spring game, Fran Brown said, hey, dog, we'll come down there for 3 days. Say the word. What's up? What's good? And we haven't heard much since then, but I was really gaming this out. This is a great idea. Number one, we've seen more programs go away from playing a traditional spring game because they don't think they have much to gain. They think that all they're going to do is show everybody their goodies. You're going to get poached in the portal, which opens up right as the spring ball is shutting down and semester shutting down, or you risk injury, right? It's also not been a great atmosphere for fan attendance. Like, we don't see sellouts for spring games, and that is the reason I think Prime wanted to do this in the first place. Let's sell it out, because the one thing that I know every broadcasting network in the world wants is a sellout. And if you can guarantee a sellout at your venue, they're going to show up there with their television cameras, and they're going to do a very good job of putting your product in front of millions of people. And that is how you grow the program, get more exposure for the program. And now that we've seen Syracuse is doing what I think the Dallas Cowboys really did to get themselves out front, which is, hey, we'll play on Thanksgiving. We'll be the first team to do this with Colorado. You're seeing the Orangemen, who won 10 games, go, oh, snap. We might be able to go in front of some folks that we otherwise wouldn't get in front of. I think more people should be acquainted with Fran Brown because that year one he had was phenomenal. He had the country's leading passer in Kyle McCord, who he took from Ohio State, said, hey, look, I need you to lead the program. I'm going to be right there with you. And that's exactly what they did, right? Right down to Oronde Gadsden and others. The other reason I really love this is Fran Brown is as charismatic as Prime is. And again, many of you don't know this. And if you don't know, you're going to learn it. He's an outstanding recruiter. He is outstanding at disseminating the message and outstanding at getting exposure for his program. So when I learned in The Athletic that just 4 days after Prime laid down, not a challenge, but an invitation to play against Colorado, Syracuse has filed paperwork that would allow them to have joint practices with the Colorado Buffaloes. Pretty outstanding. This comes from Jenna West at The Athletic. For those of us, this is a quote, though. She wrote the story. This is a quote from Fran Brown. For us to be the first to do it at 2 historic schools would mean a lot. And then I love this part. 2 African-American men, too. To have the opportunity of doing that means a lot, especially with Deion Sanders being an icon. See, look at that. The man already understands. I'm going to circle back to this, but I'm going to keep it going for the purposes of what you need to know here. College football programs, as you very well know, have 15 practices that they can use during the spring over the course of about 35 days. Whatever you want to do in those 35 days, you can do it. Most of the time, you see basically they use all those 15 days in a row, and they are strategic about them around spring break and those sorts of things. The NCAA's oversight committee, though, meets on April 10th, which is when they could approve a request for Syracuse and Colorado to play. And I don't see why they would not. Colorado's going to play on national television, too, which is why this is also shrewd by Fran Brown. They already were going to play on ESPN2 for their spring game just a week before the draft. Now, it could be them playing against Syracuse would be a lot of fun. And, that's exactly what Prime is trying to do. He is trying to make this an event that people want to watch and not one that just serves his football team. And I really love that because as a fan of college football, what do I want more of? More college football. I don't want people like Matt Rule to put their heads down in the sand and go, I don't want to have a spring game because I'm afraid of people getting poached. Let me give you this quote from Prime about players being poached in a spring game. You're not going to stop nobody from leaving your program by not having a spring game. If you want to save money, just say that. The kid's already gone. They already reached out and contacted somebody else. They're already gone. And I think he's got a point there. But the point that Fran Brown made about what this would mean to have two black coaches leading programs in an innovative direction, that'd be twice in the last 4 months, my guys. Like talking about Penn State with James Franklin and Marcus Freeman being the first men to have an opportunity to play in the college football playoff as head coaches, or to, I should say, compete in the college football playoff as a national championship game as head coaches. I got excited about this because, one, I got to throw back to a 2019 HBO documentary where James Franklin, who everybody wasn't quite sure was on the team, everybody wasn't quite sure was a cornball dude or a cornrows dude. And you can have a bald head and be a cornrows dude, and you can have cornrows and be a cornball dude. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then this ain't for you. But if you didn't know that he was on the team, he let you know that he was on the team because he said into a camera, look, I don't say this often, and I've kept this more or less to myself, except for some close friends and family, but I would like to be the first black head coach to win a national championship. And I was like, oh, word? You want it? Hell yeah, James, go get it, baby. And I'm from Oklahoma. I don't care nothing about no Penn State. But I do care about black men coming up and black men trying to do right. I talk about being black because I am black. It's how I identify, and I got books that I've written about being black in the United States, and you can go read them for further, frankly, learning about me and learning about this town. I wrote about the Tulsa Race Massacre. It's very near to me. It's very dear to me. It's why I am so proud to live in Tulsa and I own my home in Tulsa. That wasn't always a thing I get to have. That they, not for nothing, they did try to run us off. It was a massacre. Killed hundreds of black people because they thought a black man had assaulted a white woman. And we were ready to burn down our city over this. We didn't talk about it for years, decades even. It was the Tulsa Tribune and the Tulsa World that were quiet for 50 years. And then there was an urban legend. There's a rumor that there were unmarked graves, mass graves of black folks that were in the city. And that just seemed too gruesome for anybody to believe. And credit to G.T. Bynum, our last mayor, who was like, you know what? I don't believe this. But now that we're coming up on the centennial, which was 2021, let's do an excavation about where we might think folks are buried. And let's find out for sure. We uncovered mass graves at Oak Lawn Cemetery, which is 7 minutes from my home if I get on the bike. It's down the street. So whenever these things happen and the first begin, I'm always going to be enthusiastic about them, realizing that there is somebody out there that's going to say this ain't about race. Okay, to you. But if your rights have not always been granted to you, yes, you will always remember where you come from and what you stand for and who it is you stand for. My grandmommy is civil rights royalty. I'm not going to turn my back on that. I am cloaked in the sprint champion for the Chinese Grand Prix. His name is Lewis Hamilton. He is the only black man ever to compete in Formula One, and he is the best to ever do it. My man went out there at 40, and put it on them boys. Put it on your man, Verstappen. Clap him. Clapping Verstappen. That's what we about, baby. That's what I'm saying. Scuderia in here. You know what I'm saying? Put that Mercedes stuff over there. Put that Mercedes stuff over there. Put that McLaren stuff over there. We down, baby. Italia, let's run. Let's go. We in this now. It didn't look so good at Australia, but now look at you now. Look at you now. That's what I'm talking about. Put Sir Luke Carl on. We gonna put Sir Luke Carl on. Run it, baby. Run it. Ooh, I feel like this is the training montage in Creed 3, my man. Like it's like Dane went on, Stephen A. called in Stephen A. this show and said, hey, you a buster, you a bum, come get it. And then, whoo, boy, my man Donnie said, run it, woo! I'm so fired up. Boy, winning out here. We went years in the desert. We got that win last year. Hell yeah. It had been some days. It had been some time. But the peoples is back online. Woo! Woo! Oh, we about to get in your behind. Woo! Red Bull, we about to get in your behind. And you know what? I got to be like this right now. I got to feel in my woosahs, in my feelings. Because I ain't been charged up like this since 2017, baby, when the Oklahoma Sooners was on the brink, baby. We was about to bring it home, baby. We got thwarted by these damn Georgia Bulldogs. But you know what? I had Lewis. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. I had Lewis. And then 2022 comes around. 2021, they robbed us. But you know what? That's what happens when you leave it in the hands of referees. We're not doing that no more. Do you realize that Lewis Hamilton's 4 races away from being an 11-time world champion? He got 7 right now. We just got to get him to 8. I realize that ain't nobody really here for this F1, but you're going to get this F1 from me, baby, because it's one insane. It's one insane. Prime, Fran Brown, Lou Hamilton, hell, me. We up. Tell everybody I want you to put the word out.